So by default, like finish start, when you are working on a big project, so you can use this shortcut to save your time.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
A bit other key combination than I'm used to, but I see the result gets the same. Yeah.
Now select the engineering activity. We want to link with the milestones also and go at the bottom of the relationship. Select the relationship and
Uh,
make project start as a predecessor here. Go down, select project start. Now go on the construction activity. Go for the successor here. Same way, assign project finish.
project finished then. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Click on that. Now hit the schedule again. And when you hit the schedule, you will see your milestone get automatically lined in a proper way. Hit the schedule.
Yeah.
Now, milestone says something. If you put the activity with that big duration, everyone will get confused. Now you agree what exactly you are saying. One is a
Mhm.
flag raising for the project start, another is a flag raising for the project closer. Till now, we learned three types of activity types: start milestone, finish milestone, and task dependent.
Yeah.
Now, there is a fourth activity type, resource dependent. You are experienced man, you can easily guess what exactly that means. I'm saying there is a fourth activity type, resource dependent. Can you help me define that?
I'm not catching what you are trying to tell me.
So let's say construction, and if you
Yeah.
go on the general at the bottom, select that, general at the bottom. Activity type is a resource dependent. Can you select that?
Uh,
Right now it is a task dependent, means it is governed by project calendar. If you hit the drop down, can you see the resource dependent?
resource dependent. Yes. Yeah.
So can you help me in defining that?
I once learned that when you do a schedule, you shall only do it based on the logic and dream up that you have all the resources in the world. And when you have done that, you do the resource dependency afterwards.
But I want
Yeah,
to just give you the thing. Resource dependent is like you know that like any activity is depending on resource availability.
yeah,
So
yeah,
here we can create a calendar for that particular resource, and we can make that calendar driving that activity. So
yeah.
that's the meaning of the resource dependent.
Isn't that a bit tough to say before you have started your project that you are resource dependent? The last job, this one I have helped now offshore, what became resource dependent was something we had never thought about. We didn't have people doing insulation and we didn't have people doing scaffolding. The two most simplest disciplines in the world. And it nearly tipped the project.
But again, the thing is like if you have some specific resource which is like shared something, it's not available.
Are you very often using this resource dependent, just as I can?
In general, if like we used to stick to task dependent, but
uh,
sometime like when we are working like EPC industry, you know that like the heavy lifting crane is not available all the time. It's something like a shared thing.
Okay, yeah, okay. So if you have very specific type of equipment to be brought, like heavy lifting in North Africa, that was not always the easiest to find in the middle of the Sahara Desert was a crane
Yeah,
for
yeah,
certain.
like maybe like a complete project, you may have one crane and different
Yeah,
contractors are working.
yeah,
And let's say in a week you get only 1 day or 2 day for that. So you need to
yeah,
plan your lifting job based on the availability of that heavy lift crane.
yeah.
So if you are stuck in that scenario, so you need to build a calendar for that. And once you've done that, so assign that calendar and you make that activity type as a resource dependent, then the dates Primavera will automatically take care. You do not need to worry.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Let's say in a week you make 2 days working and your activities have a 10 days duration.
Yeah.
So your activity will spread on 5 weeks.
Because of this availability. Yeah. No, no,
Yes.
I understand. But that was for me. I have not seen in this saffron we have. This is not in as an option as far as I remember. But okay, we stick to task dependent here for the time being.
Yeah, you
Huh?
can stick, but like in special scenario, I'm not saying like you use every time. If you have a
Yeah.
resource scarcity, in that case, you can use this system. Primavera
Yeah.
gives you option, man. Now, we many time we sometime people usually ask, like even you engineer, like when you're educating, what's the difference between task dependent and resource dependent?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you give me the answer, man? No, I give you the definition book.
I feel that resource dependent. I wouldn't use it at all. It could, quite
No,
frankly.
Leif. Now, I'm not saying you should use or not. I'm just asking what's the difference between task dependent and resource dependent?
Can you
Can
repeat your last two sentences?
quality control Okay, I will repeat. So when you are working on a project,
Yeah,
so there are some activities for which it's very difficult to calculate the duration. Example,
yeah,
meeting,
hmm,
documentation, quality control. Agreed?
yeah,
Because this is an ongoing process. It's very
yeah,
difficult for us to calculate the duration.
yeah.
So in that scenario, Primavera helps us to give one special. Let's say we add an activity here in the milestone WBS, let's say, or you can say another activity like project control or project planning. Again, that way it's ongoing task. Can you add one activity in the milestones? And let's say we give it the name meetings.
Meetings, yeah. Are you moving towards something always on schedule or anything like that? Is that what you?
And if you go down on the activity type and make it
Yeah,
level of effort, you will find an activity type, level
level
of
of effort.
effort.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a
It,
special type of activity which doesn't have its own duration. Its duration totally dependent on its predecessor and successor. Yes, sir. Select that.
okay.
Go on the relationship.
Uh,
Relationship. Select the
yeah,
relationship. We will
yeah.
map the predecessors. Let's say project start is my predecessor for the meetings because kickoff meeting started with the project start. And successor, let's say project finish because meetings goes on till end of the project.
Yeah, okay. So,
Now on the Gantt chart, like the bar is not visible. Close this. We'll add that my level of effort. Right click here on the
uh,
Gantt chart.
again, so up here. Oh, yeah, yeah, just
Gantt
check.
chart, Gantt chart. Right click. Can you go on the bars and you see the first? If you expand the name column, remaining
Level of.
level of effort, expand, and the time scale is user dates. Make it remaining bar where user dates is. Click on that.
Sorry, once more. Where do you want me to click?
Where user dates are there. Click on that. Double click. Can you search the remain bar from the right side? Apply.
And
Okay,
then, okay.
and you started seeing a small bar there.
Yeah, yeah.
Save your layout live so that next time you do not need to modify that thing. View, not here, view, save layout.
Just save layout. Yeah.
Now we are not defining the duration for this activity live. Just we'll map the predecessor and successor. And when you hit the schedule, you will see duration will automatically calculate.
Hmm.
Hit the schedule.
What is happening here now? It's showing a small active, but does this here stroke mean it is going to go on, but will this start moving then, or what will happen?
Let's schedule like we will see. Hit the schedule F9. Yeah,
Yeah.
lock.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We are not adjusting the duration. Let's say we increase engineering, procurement, and construction by 5 days each. And let's see
Hmm.
how it duration behaves. Let's say we make it engineering 15, procurement 25, construction 35. Now hit the schedule.
No.
Can you see that?
Oh,
It is adjusting its duration by own.
yeah. So it just links itself to the finish, and whatever happens, the meetings
Yes.
will carry on. Yeah, as long as we are there. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to use, you can use. This is another type of activity type. Do you find this in your Saffron tool?
No, I don't think I've seen that one. No, the thing is, we have two different saffrons. We have one saffron planner and we have one saffron project. The saffron planner is this light version that the whole company is using. And then we have when you start digging deep into planning, which I haven't done for the last 10 years because others have done the job for me. You might find it there. So I have to after upgrading on this one, I also have to take a refresher course on Safran Project because that is the version I had. I have it. I even have a copy down in my drawer here, but it's so old that the total interface has changed. They moved over to the Microsoft interface more or less.
So this is like another way. So now this is the fifth activity type. So there is one more activity type, and that's name is known as WBS summary. So leave sometime it happens like you are an experienced guy. Sometime it happens you get some job and you are doing it first time. You do not know exact breakup of the
Hmm.
activities. Let's say you have a breakup. Let's add a couple of activities like in the engineering. Let's say we make this engineering as a engineering one, make it as engineering one, make it type numeric one after that. Double click on that engineering. At that, no, not here on the name where engineering is there. After make it one, let's say one activity, engineering one,
Yeah.
and then add two more enter, add two more activities there. Right click, engineering two and engineering three, and one more activity, engineering three. And let's say engineering 2 takes 10 days and engineering 3 takes 8 days. Now select engineering 1, 2, and 3. We will link those. Yes, right click, link activities. Now hit the schedule. So this say like that way. So when I got the project from the client, let's say I got that like engineering will take 33 days, and
Mhm.
that will have three activities: engineering one, two, three. But I do
Mhm.
not know exact duration, like how much engineering one will take, how much engineering two will take, how much engineering three will. I just
Mhm.
assume some values I put there,
Ja.
and I also let's assume it require for complete engineering 1,000 man hours. So now I'm in that dilemma, like how I will distribute that. So
Ja.
Primavera gives you one more option. There is an option to create an umbrella act. So if you add there, right click one more activity,
Here.